Well, it's about time to start doing the body work. We have picked out a color. It's dark gray, so it'll be a very dark gray with the pink frame, so it should look really sharp. Anyways, so Bridget is doing all the body work on the car, and she was unhappy with the doors. The doors, they didn't follow this contour perfectly, and this little, this crease that's here that runs front to back. Of course, my aluminum doors that I built did not have that crease, and so in an attempt to make that crease, I built this little machine. So the doors would go in here, and by clamping down on it with the bolts, it makes a crease. So this is what my sample looked like. So the sample, it looked like it was going to line up pretty good. All right, so I did that. After doing some test strips of aluminum, I threw the doors in there and I made the crease, and you can see the crease. I made it, and it's all fine and good. The crease worked out all right, but then in an effort to trim the bottom of the door, this part here, to line up with that, it doesn't line up properly. Like, it just leaves too much of a gap, and didn't work out very well. So that door is ruined. All right, so I also worked on the driver's side door. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but that one wasn't working out right either, because when I lined up this with the crease I put in the door and then followed it down, the contour at the bottom was all wrong, and there was no way of fixing it. So that door was ruined too. So both doors ruined, both aluminum doors. So what I'm going to do is attempt to make doors out of fiberglass. So follow along. So I was only able to do one layer of fiberglass over top of the metallic tape because it has, when I try to tamp on the, push the resin of the new layers of fiberglass over top of the first layers of fiberglass, it just pushes in too much. It just bends the tape in, so I think all I can do is let this one layer dry, get hard, and hopefully I can put other layers over top of it and make it stronger and make it work. I mean, I haven't given up on it yet, but it's really hard just to fill a void with fiberglass. It's not like making a mold over top of something or building on something. It's like just filling that whole void where a door panel would be is proving to be very difficult. But I'll keep trying, keep updating. Well, it's hardened up overnight and looks like it's going to be a good base to work from. It is the right shape. It's just not very smooth, so I'll put a few more layers on here. It's a little flimsy right now. I'll put a few more layers on there, and I think it might actually work. Might take a little bit of Bondo to smooth it all out, but might work. So I'm not sure that the fiberglass door is going to work. It's getting hard now, but it's kind of wavy. So I'm afraid that I'll have to use too much Bondo on it to make it smooth. So I am going to work on the other door and try to make another door out of aluminum, thinner aluminum this time. The last time I made doors for the car was out of was this, you know, it's thick aluminum and it's not very flexible, and it was very hard to get the crease. It was very hard to get around the curves around the bottom. You can see here the curve there, or this curve here. It was hard to get the aluminum around that, but I'm going to try some thinner aluminum and see if I can make it work. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken some really thin aluminum. It's the thinnest stuff that they have, and I put a little kink in it, just like the body crease, and I have a little flange that I'm going to rivet in. I'm going to put this rivets all the way down and have all the way, and I'll have a little, like a flange that I can then put another piece of aluminum over top. That'll be the door, and we'll attach with some kind of a quick release mechanism on those, maybe Zeus fasteners or something. And I'll do that front and back, and hopefully that works out. So follow along, and we'll see how it works. I want to get these rivets all nicely spaced, so 2.5 inches, that's what we're going to do. The door is on the driver's side. You can see this dent right here. It's so weird. Just appeared at the last second, just as I was flipping this over like that. I don't know what the solution is for all this. other than that right there, the rest of the door looks pretty good. I need to put this in a little bit. It does not have the body line going there to there. I'm a little reluctant to put that in there. However, if I did put that body line in there, that might give it a little bit of strength right in that area. Right there. Maybe that would do something. Maybe I'll give it a try. Alright, it's my little homemade crease maker. I've already clamped it in there. I have no idea how it's going to work. If it works. We'll try it on the car, see how it works. Okay, so I've made a fiberglass door. I pulled it off the car so you can see it, and you can see how rough it is. It would take a lot of Bondo to smooth that out. And then I also tried a aluminum door. Look at that aluminum door. Okay, we have a clear winner in the door wars. I really am surprised how well that door turned out. So I used my little crease machine, I made that in there, that all lines up, and I folded it over the top here, so this should be easy getting in and out of the car. I still have to do some ribbing on the inside so that it'll maintain its shape when I remove the fenders. But so far I'm really happy with that, so I'm going with the aluminum. So the fiberglass is getting tossed. And I know that there's going to be people that are going to watch this video and they're going to have all kinds of advice for me on what I should have done with the fiberglass, but save your breath. It doesn't matter now. I am not doing it anymore with fiberglass. I'm sticking with the aluminum. And the passenger side is done as well. Well, I'm pretty darn happy with that. Still have to make the ribbing inside the door so it holds its shape when the fenders are removed, but so far, I'm really digging how those look.